This is For Crit Playback, and today we're checking out Wits and Wagers Party Edition.
In this game, you'll be asked a question where you have to guess what could possibly be the right answer, which is usually in some form of a number. Then, everyone puts their guess in the center where you all take bets on who's the closest to the right answer. From there, you'll earn chips until the final round where you bet it all to see who's the best at trivia. I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this is For Crit Playback.
Everyone's set, we have our chips, we're ready to bet. Jonathan, why don't you read the first question?
I'll be the question master. Thank you very much. And I'm also the banker. So
I don't trust you being banker.
Everything goes through me. All right, our first question is, you ready? How many slices of pizza are eaten in the U.S. every second?
Every second.
Every second. This is as of 2011.
That's very important. I need to...
This is
like, it said circa 17...
Yeah, that can make a difference.
Oh, I think I know this answer because it was a Grubhub question once.
No cheating.
Every so often, Grubhub, if you call them or something, they're like, "Did you know that every second a pizza is eaten?"
Oh god, everyone's in but me.
I hate when that
How many
happens.
slices? Oh yeah.
This is an easy one. This is easy.
Oh, shut up.
I'm gonna bet whatever Neil bets.
Every second.
I actually don't know if I'm right, but I don't know.
It's the confidence that matters.
Okay, good.
What do we got?
17.
Okay.
Per second?
15,000.
That's a little bit of a difference.
3,000.
43.
43.
37.
Wow, I thought I was like, man, I'm highballing it here.
Wait,
but-
what was which one are you? Oh,
I was
you're
17.
That's 37. I'm gonna. Yeah, that's a pretty safe bet. This is ridiculous. 3,000 slices of pizza in a second.
I don't know, I think pizza's very popular.
I'm going all in on 43.
Oh.
Alright, the answer is 350.
Alright, everyone on 43.
Wow.
So who's yellow?
Me.
You get 2 chips.
All right.
Red gets 2 chips. And everyone else gets 1.
When you edit this, are you gonna show that I say, "I think I know the answer," and then cut to me losing?
But do you guys know what the biggest night of the week is for eating pizza?
Wednesday.
What?
No.
Friday.
According to this, it's Saturday. Alright, this is an important hygienic question for our group.
Oh god. No one's gonna get this.
What
Yeah.
percent of Americans wash their hands after using a public restroom?
Oh no.
Public restroom.
Well, I'm betting the answer is going to say his number, and that number is the number of people who actually lie about washing their hands.
That's something you have to take into account.
Please tell me I'm not being overly optimistic.
Yeah, right. I want to be really pessimistic.
Also, this is where we went. We started off with how much pizza do people eat, and how many times do they not wash their hands?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Greasy pizza hands. All right.
Do you think there's a crossover with the percent of people that don't wash their hands and the
43%?
pizza?
At the
Yes.
second.
Okay.
35%. 47%.
Oh boy.
Okay.
40%. And let's see, Jonathan. 60.5.
Wow.
Jonathan,
You really
Jonathan, what if
expect a
it's
lot
60?
Then I'm flipping the table.
You know what? I'm going all out on Jonathan.
Oh wow. I'm putting 1 on mine. I think I'm gonna put 1 on yours.
I think I'm going to put 1 here and then put 1 here simply to have faith in my countrymen. People.
There you
gonna
go.
go
Your
here
country
and
people.
here.
Wow. 85%.
Yes!
So they claim.
Thank God!
No, that's what I said.
Thank God,
Feel
we
much
are
better.
20% admit to not washing their hands.
Does it say where
80%
they-
admit
This
Where
is
they got their
interesting. This
information
says
from?
when polled, 96% of Americans said they washed their hands, but restroom observers found that number to be inflated. Who are these restroom observers?
Maybe it's like those people at fancy places, like, here's your towel.
Wait, so Neil gets nothing?
Neil got nothing.
We don't need to say it on camera.
In what year was a smiley face first used to express emotion on a computer screen?
On a computer screen.
I assume
Start
they
using your
mean
markers,
text
mine
because
too.
they did not really specify. That could be a photograph of a person's face. All right, I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's in the 1900s.
I don't know. That's pretty risky.
Actually, no, I know the answer. It's 1872 because I took a time machine back then and put a smiley face on my computer then. So therefore, that's the date. It doesn't matter what they say. I know it's the truth. It's 1981.
Nice.
Oh, that's pretty
I like the
nice.
typeface.
1963.
I want to give that 1 point just because of how it's written.
1973.
Huh.
Okay.
God damn it, Greg.
1988. Yeah.
Typeface wins.
Ooh.
People didn't have smiley faces that early. Come
I
on.
know, dude.
What do they have to be happy
People
about?
smiled back then.
I mean, it was
can't
a
say- you
popular.
tell us,
the
Jonathan.
smiley face was
I
a
won't.
popular symbol around then.
All right, the answer is
That's true.
1982.
Oh my god!
You got it, Craig.
Oh my
You got it,
God.
Craig.
Why did they wait so long?
So you get 2.
I would have gotten that if you didn't do my 1 year above me.
And I didn't bet on myself.
get
There
two.
should be a lesson
I get
in this
one.
about faith
get
in
one.
oneself.
Now this is the party edition that we're playing in this video. There is an original version that we're not going to be talking about. We could.
I have played it, so I'll mention the differences. Of course, we'll probably play it ourselves sometime, and then actually, maybe make a little like an expansion video because I wouldn't really say it needs, but
They're
I'll explain
very,
the
very
differences. Yes.
similar.
In terms of the core mechanics.
Yeah, this one is a little more, as the name would suggest, party focused.
Well, yes, I'll explain the one difference later on. But let's focus on this for now.
We'll get to that.
Yes.
But this is a trivia game, and trivia games are by no means a new phenomenon.
Right.
There are many different variations of them. So I guess we can start off by talking about what this brings to the field that is different from past trivia games and what makes it special and why it stands out to us, at least to me, I think it does, as a trivia game that's more fun than your traditional Trivial Pursuit.
Well, of the ones I can think of, what makes this one nice is if you don't know the answer, you're not in trouble.
Absolutely.
You can make a guess, and even if your guess is not even close, you can, by placing bets, you could still hedge your bets and do better than most people.
No, yeah, you could know absolutely none of the answers.
Well, how many times does anyone actually know the answer?
Right, yeah, exactly. And a lot of times it's more about reading other people. So if you think they're going to know the answer, you want to bet on them.
And, well, the other thing is, which for some reason I don't think our group has ever done, is to be like, oh, I know the answer, so everyone thinks, oh crap, he knows the answer, and then put a fake
Right.
answer on there.
Yeah, that's some crazy meta style play for a game this light.
I do really enjoy it because the other thing that's nice is no matter what the answer, let's say you don't even know what the question is. It's not like, what's the name of the Pope who ruled in the 1700s? It's not like,
Right.
It's a number. You know numbers, so you can put 5.
Right.
Like,
At the worst, you're going to be within the ballpark somewhere. It's a big ballpark.
Yes.
You're going to be in that ballpark. Especially like if it's asks for a year or a percentage. Well, your percentage is going to be between 1 and 100. So you kind of can have some clues there.
Well, the thing is, it makes it very nice to any age to really be able to just have an answer there.
It's also just fun, I think. You have your little dry erase boards,
Yes.
and it's a lot of fun to write down and erase.
I don't know
on
why.
it.
I always love when board games have dry erase boards on it and stuff.
There's a tactile feeling about it that is fun. It feels good to do.
And it's always great, everyone puts their thing in face down, start revealing, and you're thinking like, oh, I did a little too high of 14, and then everyone's at 20. Oh wow, 30. What the hell? 23, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, you realize I had no idea what I was talking about. And if you can see from this video, we've had this copy for quite a while. Pretty much every dry erase marker that came with that game is completely dead.
I mean, it's the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
Yeah, you gotta
It
come
just
up with
shows
more.
how much we've played it.
Yeah, and there are pretty good amount of questions in there. Every time we play, sometimes I think we've had a question before, but even if you have, you rarely will actually remember the answer to it. So in terms of content, it's pretty good value, and you can always buy. There's also the Wits Wagers, as we said, original, and there's Family Edition, and others, and there's the new Deluxe Edition. So
And maybe sometime the Nerd one.
right, the Geek Edition that was on Kickstarter a while back. So it's very easy if you want to expand that collection and add more
Right.
stuff to your game. Next up, In what year was the Campbell Soup Company founded? This is according to the Campbell Soup Company.
We were founded in the year 5.
I'm in. I know the exact answer.
I feel like it's just a question mark. 1912?
No. That's the one.
1922? 1927?
Oh,
1936?
Okay.
don't ruin this, Neil.
Oh, Neil.
1890. That's not the worst choice.
Why not?
Okay.
Alright, we're on.
The answer is. Wow.
What, should I down the one?
1869.
Damn!
So nobody gets anything.
Wow.
I should have done the one!
Done one.
Yep.
My joke was...
I mean, it's
Yup.
cans of soup. It's gonna be old.
Yep.
True, it's a pretty basic concept, but like cans, it's like modern cans.
It's because, yeah, we just think if it's around now, it can't be that. Are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
Okay. How many fictional characters, have stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame as of 2012?
Oh boy.
God, John and Willie and even Greg have so many.
I've been doing pretty well.
What do you mean?
I have
even?
4.
Even Greg.
Even Greg.
You got
so far.
8, 10, 7, 4.
Oh,
And 4.
also 4.
Ooh.
4. All in on the 4. Actually, you know what? Part of me, yeah, I'm putting 1 there.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna stay on 4.
I'm going for it.
The answer is a lot more than 18.
Give me 2 tokens, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
Wow. We're all so nervous.
Well, because of
Who are they? I can think of Kermit, Mickey,
Tom,
Godzilla.
Jerry, Mickey.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Godzilla, really?
Yeah.
It's not even American.
There's probably things we don't like that really.
They're
old
like,
stuff.
are like
That's mine.
R2D2
Technically,
American?
Felix
Godzilla
the-
is the most American.
What?
We should look this up on Wikipedia after.
Why?
If you get philosophical
Because
about
he's a bomb.
it. Yeah, exactly.
In years,
In years?
how old was the oldest Major League Baseball player to hit a home run? How old were they?
Okay.
In years?
Seconds.
Days, parsecs. All right.
All right. 42,
Jackie Robinson.
67,
That's pretty damn old.
90.3.
What have you done?
45. Damn. I was so happy. I was like, I was gonna have this huge range.
Nope. No.
Someone's a Douglas Adams fan.
Who? Or
Who
Jackie
else?
Robinson.
And remember, you can always put it on 1 too.
That's
I
very
mean,
true.
yeah.
God, what
It
is the
can't be older than
median?
45. I mean, it's not this. It's definitely between.
What's the median
Here.
for like how old do baseball players usually
Like I
get
think
before
usually
they're
they get to
done?
Much
around
earlier.
like 40-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Retire,
I think like when you're in your late 30s, you're getting
You know
on
what?
in years.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay, we
That's why I
good?
did
Yeah.
45. It seems ancient by
The answer
baseball
is
standards.
48.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
It was Julio Franco in 2007.
Huh.
Where are we when it comes to scores right now?
Well, this is the last question, so I'm curious. I have 6.
I have the same.
5.
as
I
have
was looking
6.
over there. I was like, whoa.
I have 5.
Oh, and how many do you have, Neil?
1.
Okay. So we're all pretty close. Now remember, for this final question, you can bet with your chips themselves.
Yay.
So you can still only bet on 2 things max, but you can include these with them and they'll pay out double for whatever.
But you'll
you put.
lose them if you.
You will
wrong.
lose them if you're wrong, though. So it's you are literally now betting that.
So would you call this a lightning round?
No,
Okay.
it's the same.
Well,
speed.
unless the question's about lightning.
Oh.
Final question: how many hours per week does the average American watch TV?
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Circa 2010.
How many hours per week?
Per week. Per week. How many hours are in a week? Because that many.
I think +5 though.
Yeah, plus or minus 5.
Can I put a deviation on mine?
I'm gonna say no. Average American. So that means, there could be some that watch none and some that watch a lot.
You doing some math, Greg?
Yes, I am, and doing so very publicly.
Equations.
So for the benefit of the audience, in case they're wondering how I do it.
Being for the benefit of Mr. Greg.
Everyone's terrified about what.
Wow.
45. 24.5.
Damn it! Come on.
It's a little TV.
20.
You're a bad person, Greg. You're a bad person.
Not even the full one. It's a 0.5. What if that was actually the answer too?
I like
if
that calculations. With all the calculations, that's what you came to.
14. Ooh, someone's.
I lowballed it, I guess.
And move his over.
I don't know, that's 2 hours a night. You think the average person watches more than 2 hours of TV a day?
I was thinking maybe 4. Because, news, might even, just have it on.
It's true, I guess.
Somewhere in my
And
mind.
I definitely pushed it, I felt.
Because I watch a lot of TV, and I don't know if I'm even beyond, 20.
Wait, what day was this again? Because it depends. Is
Well, we
Netflix
also-
out?
Netflix was not as, well, that doesn't count as TV, but I don't think they're counting.
We're
Yes, it
also
does, according to
picky
the
with what we
Emmys.
watch. Some people just sit and watch TV and watch
But
whatever's on.
but
I guess you're right.
It is the average person.
Well, we'll find
Yeah.
out. Let's find out.
Remember,
Alright.
they mean average.
Alright, so, yeah, not the nice average. I think you just gotta go all in, that's my philosophy.
Well, I mean, there's no reason for me not to at this point.
Well, you can bet your chips.
I know, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay. Your chip in your case. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna do some of that. You know what? Sure, I'll do this. I should probably be paying attention to
Greg.
how
You
people
can
are
only
betting
vote
to know
twice,
whether or
but
not
you
I'll
have to put
lose.
the number.
Okay.
You know what? Let's just do it.
Damn it.
Greg,
I was like, you split. That way I can put on your entire. Now I go, no. Because even if you're right, then
don't
you still
have
have
to.
one more.
I'm either in or I'm out.
Alright, so if I
Hold
can't
on.
beat Jonathan if he's right.
If he's right, he's right.
Honestly, that's no difference because I bet the same amount of everything.
Yeah, that's a good play. Alright, ready to find out?
Yes.
Card is missing. 19.11 hours.
No.
Oh, yep.
Jonathan.
Jonathan
Yeah,
wins.
that's why I was like, I can't even bet it, so I might as well just do something.
Jonathan wins.
Alright.
So
Wow,
you end up
people aren't
with.
as bad as we
I
thought
know
they
about
were.
TV.
Well, here's the thing. They
So,
couldn't.
you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's no
6,
way
7,
the
8.
average American has that much time.
1, 2.
Yeah. So why don't you talk about versus the original now?
Well, the big thing that I remember, which is, to be honest, I don't think I like as much. I think I'd have to play it sometimes more. But what happens is there's a board. And actually where the cards lay out, cards are still laid out the same way, number order. But you actually earn more chips depending where they are in the lineup.
so is it they're randomized?
No, the board has always the first one's +1 chip, +2 chip, +5 chip.
I see.
So I don't really like that as much because then there's a lot more weird. It's a lot random.
It's much more of an actual, more of a betting style.
It is, but at the same time, it's so random. I don't like it. I think this has the right amount of betting in it. But it's sort of you could put an answer that's right. Let's say it was how many people wear glasses on the Roll for Crit cast, and it's a low number. But because it's a low number, it doesn't give a lot of chips. It's that stinks. It's just
interesting.
I feel like it hurts the questions a lot more instead of just thinking
Yeah, I think they and plus in this one you get the little people, the funny little cartoon people to play with.
I can't remember what the logos and things were in the.
Yeah,
that
so
one.
I think I've heard that's the general consensus. People tend to like party, especially because the questions are supposed to be a little goofier in this one too. They're more.
Oh, how many pizza people?
Yeah, a little weirder, which I like though. I mean,
I have nothing.
Depends on your.
What's nice about it is about those goofy ones is I remember one. I think in this video, one about hand washing came up.
Right.
So it's sort of oh God, do I have faith in humanity?
Yeah.
Which is really funny. I think that's a good thing.
No, absolutely.
Because what's even better about that is not only when you have faith, it's like, okay, I said 70%, then you see me flip over 20, and you're just like,
Yeah.
and then you just see me like, want to shake hands?
Yeah. One thing I do want to say about this game, which I don't know if you experience this or if it's even for some reason unique to this game for me. As soon as the last question is asked and the game is over, this isn't even a criticism. It's just something I've noticed. I instantly do not care if I've won or not. Like for some reason, all the stakes are just gone. Like most games, it's over. It's like I want to find out who won. When the last question is over, like because you put those chips back in the box, I no longer care about my chips.
No, I care right as soon as the last question is. Like,
I don't know.
Pardon me, because what happens in the last round, which you'll see, is those chips you earn, you can actually bet with.
Right.
So it becomes, that is where, and I like that because it's only one round.
I think that's why. I think that's part of it, is because I feel like it's because it's the last question. Unless you really, which just isn't my cup of tea with this game, you want to like figure out the math.
You see
of
that
it.
I do that though, so I'm excited to see if my math
I'm
works
more like
out.
I might as well just put it all in and either win or lose.
But dude, I love that because I was
it.
trying to math it. I'm like, I'll be good as long as Jonathan doesn't go all in. Then you're like, I'm going all in. I'm like, oh.
That's exactly why I did it in this game too, because I was like, no, I don't. Either I win or let's just do it. Let's just be confident.
Because I could not beat you then if you
I
were
actually
right.
did very well in this game. I usually don't do that well. It's pretty
But
proud.
no, I mean, I don't disagree with you in some extent because part of me doesn't want to hit
know
that
why.
last round.
Yeah.
I just like just guessing and like, you know how people play apples Cards Against Humanity? They don't really keep score.
Right.
Either. Like I sort of want to do that with this game.
Yeah, it is definitely has that feel.
I just like because the trivia, because even though there is a point, and because I'm still making a guess and I'm still feel like I'm ballparking it, it's like why I like the game Terra. Terra you didn't have to hit it on the dot.
Right.
You just need to be around it. And I think, for me at least, I mean, you tell me if you feel this way, it doesn't make me feel like, when you play certain, like if someone to bring out, like, here's a movie trivia game, I'm like, oh,
Right.
terrible.
No, it's friendly, inviting game. Anybody can play it. Any age, if you know what numbers are, you can play it.
No, yeah, I don't think there's any question I can recall that would make anyone, shudder.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, not even forget that. Yeah, it's.
That's what they made. Wits and Wagers Night Edition.
I'm surprised they haven't made that. I bet
that would
be
be amazing.
I think Wits and
Think
Wagers.
of all the awkward questions. How often do people just
fill in your own blanks at home?
Yeah, no, there's a reason why I didn't finish that.
Yeah, but as far as trivia games go, I think this really is the quintessential gamers trivia game. Like there's really nothing else out there that fills that niche for me. I mean, Trivial Pursuit is fine, but unless you need a specific, like Seen It's kind of cool, but very specific and not always really.
Like
good.
I said, to me, this brings out a trivia game which I could, in all of them, maybe not the Geek one as much. I'm pretty sure the Geek one would still do fine, but that you could put on the table. And if someone's not the Harry Potter nerd or the Disney nerd, I'm thinking of all the trivia pursuits everyone's brought up when I was in college. You don't feel guilty about.
Anybody can play it.
Unless someone doesn't know numbers, in which you're probably very young.
Yeah, wrong game for you. You can buy Wits and Wagers from us.
Really?
Yeah.
You can? Where?
This is true. If you like it, we've got the Party Edition as well as other variations for sale on our site, rollforcrit.com, plus more videos just like this one. So much fun. And you could also tell us your thoughts about Wits and Wagers.
Do you enjoy this version more? Do you prefer the other ones? Depending on when you watch this, are you playing the Geek one and you think that one's better or for worse, that they actually sort of narrowed down their subject matter?
Yeah, either leave a comment right here on this video. We'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll read it out in our next podcast episode. Or you can send us an email, rollforcrit@gmail.com. And, of course, subscribe, like.
Right down there. It's really easy.
Follow.
You get a lot of board game trivia out from us.
all that kinds of stuff.
And maybe we'll even throw out some random numbers for you to use, like 27.
We're going to give them...
Just random numbers to use in the game. They don't know what the question is. They just use that number.
Try this number in your next game.
It's like, we'll just say random numbers to use for the lottery. Just kidding.
It's a promo for... Huh.
Weird.
Today's number is 27.
Maybe don't. Anyway, that's going to be it for Wits and Wagers.
Party edition.
Party edition.
I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and you've been watching Roll for Crit Playback.
It's a good thing.
Nice.
I like that.
How much of my Weisenheimering is going to show up in the final product?
Oh, that's 0%.
Okay.
How do you like this, Greg?
Alice, Neil.
Alice Neal is the name of an artist.
Is it?
Yeah, it's true.
Your
And
hands
so
are
is
sweaty.
Alice in Chains.
That's a different kind of artist.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
All right.
I like to play a game when I watch these. See what happens more times. Neil yawns or Neil coughs.
Do you have a game?
I hope you feel good about yourself, Jonathan.
I think he does.
When you edit this, I hope you feel good about yourself.